Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new review. Behind me is the new Volvo XC90. This is the plug-in hybrid, ultra trim, top spec. In this video we're going to take a tour of the exterior and interior details, so without further ado, let's just jump to the review. Here it is guys, Volvo XC90. This is the top spec here in Europe. There are three trims. This is the top ultra with all the bells and whistles. We're gonna check it out. I actually already reviewed one in Zurich almost 2 or 3 years ago. This was a launch in 24 as a 25 model year, and we finally have it on test. I gotta say it is really impressive and great to drive. More on that in my night point of view driving review. Now we have here a beautiful spec with metallic white color. We have 22-inch optional alloys, and we have black leather interior. Now this is the, if I'm not mistaken, T8. Inside is a 2.0 4-cylinder turbo petrol producing 310 horsepower. It's moving the front axle, and on the rear we have the electric motor producing 145 horsepower combined. It is added system horsepower is 455 horsepower linked to 8-speed automatic. Now this one has a battery, so it's a plug-in hybrid of usable around 14 kilowatts. Should give you a range between 50 and 70. Maybe in the summer will give you a little bit more range, but I got 56 on the display max after charging it twice. Now you can drive fully electric up to 140 kilometers per hour. Top speed on this car is 180 kilometers per hour, and 0 to 100 is in 5.4 seconds, which is impressive for this big SUV. Now with technical details out of the way, this is a, again, 7-seater, and it has a air suspension. Okay, I think I've covered it all. Let me show you the key fob here. It's a classical Volvo key fob. Now on the side we have a lock, unlock, hold to open or close the power tailgate, and we have the panic button, so this engages the alarm and the turn signals. Now if I unlock the car, you can see here the daytime running lights are also dynamic turn signals. These are flashing on the camera or flickering. These are classical like Thor hammers. That's the design style, and since this is a Swedish brand, it has a little bit to do with Nordic mythology, so it's a Thor hammer. Okay, now beautiful big size SUV, at least for European standards, very roomy. Now let's check out the car. You can keep your key in your pocket, so beautiful design. I love the contours, very minimalist looking, not too flashy. It doesn't stand out like a Mercedes-Benz or a BMW, so it's saying, you know, I'm rich but I don't want to stand out. Now let's check out the details up close. We have here Volvo signature. You can see here active high beam system. We have two lenses. This is the bigger one. You have one on the top, and we have some piano black details. You can see the 360 parking sensors, also piano black details. So there's an air intake at the bottom and a huge one on the top. You can see classical Volvo badge, which is radar, and I think they're still using radar. Yeah, I can see the cable. Some cars are switching to the top camera on the windshield, and you can see here 360 camera. Now I think there might be side tunneling here or another intake, but if we look at the car, it is strong presence, looking very gorgeous, and it is nice and big. I gotta say, I really like the XC90. It's just a beautiful SUV, even the first generation. Now we can see big alloys. These are again 22-inch. If I can find the tire dimension here, you can see 275/35 R22 big alloys. Now these are diamond cut silver on piano black. You can see the snow has just melted, so I rinsed the car, but it's impossible to avoid it, all the schmutz and whatever that it's called in different languages. So that's how Germans call it. Big rotors, but again, air suspension. You can feel you have 22, you can spec 20 and 21 as well. In the lower trims, I would definitely go for a lower same engine if I would want more comfort. Here's the AC plug, 6.5 kilowatts AC charging. It charges the battery in around 3 hours. You can see the side contrasting black mirrors. So if you pull the handle, you unlock the car if it locked itself. You can see the turn signal. Now there are the cameras for 360 parking, blind spot, heated, and there's a blind spot in the mirror itself. Now there's a heads-up display. I know there's a lot of reflection, so it's not helping. I'm going to show you that from the inside, but just pay attention here to the leather and the stitching. It looks really nice. There's the alarm and a light sensor. There's a rain sensor on the top and lane assist camera. We have speakers here for the Bauer & Wilkins. Amazing sound system. Double laminated front windshield for better music and sound acoustics. You can see here slim black aluminum roof racks, openable panel roof that's tinted, shark fin antenna. Now you can see the handles here, classical, both front and rear, all 4 sides. You can touch to unlock or lock. Driver's side here has a physical cylinder, so you get the physical key in the key fob. And if I back up here, you can see this beautiful baby. It is nice and big. Now the air suspension when you're driving raises the car and then lowers it. You can also see the beautiful tinted windows. I love this spec, by the way. And tall windows, there's a lot of room in this car. You can see the back alloys. Now if I back up here to the rear end, you can see classical XC90. Now we have the Volvo signature on the back. I think Volvo was one of the first, if not the first, I don't know now from top of my head, who introduced the leathers instead of the badge. And we have the T8 for the motor, plug-in hybrid, all-wheel drive. Yes. So you can see some cat eyes here on this bottom part of the bumper, very discreet looking. There are 2 exhaust pipes. I hope you can see that. And yeah, this engine is amazing. It makes amazing sounds as well. So let me just try to lock the car. You can see those turn signals, and unlock it one more time. So I think the lights are in automatic settings. You can see them on. So looking good. On this side you have the fuel cap. You need to unlock it from the inside. So yeah, looking very good. Now you can see there's a backing camera, 2 lights for the license plate. You can press to unlock, or if it's like wet or dirty, you can just use your key fob. So you can see that in perspective. Now you can see that on the top, and you can here program the height or hold to close. You can also use your feet. It's like a kick down if you have the key in your pocket. So here's the massive cargo space. I'm going to type down the liters. And yeah, 7-seater. So I've lowered one of the seats so you can see the space. Now you have this cover that could go there. And then if you lower these seats, you have like a 5-seat cargo space. You can cover that. I know it's a little bit crowded here with the stuff, so you can have this up as like a divider for your cargo, and underneath this there's a little extra room for a home charging cable. So not a lot of room, but it is big storage. When you remove this piece here, you can see here the patching kit underneath, and 2 tanks for the air suspension. So that's why you don't have the extra room. Now, as you can see, I think they could have added this one deeper and then add these inside, but they've went with this solution. You have here room on the side. You have those anchor points, all 4 sides. You have here room for a first aid kit or fire extinguisher. 12-volt outlet is here. You have these hooks, so 5 kilograms max. You have lights on the side, you have the lights on the top, so all over the place. You can raise or lower the air suspension on the back, so it's easier to put cargo inside. You have aluminum doorstep, so real practical for the front rear passengers or front from the back. You have these compartments on the side, you have cup holders, and you have AC vents for the rear passengers. You also get this like cargo net or pet net that you can point into that one. You can see the speakers here for the rear passengers. Again, amazing sound for Bang & Olufsen. Now, I'm just gonna move this one here. We're gonna go to the back, or the first row for the passengers, and gonna close this up. So decent closing, not too loud. So excellent opening and closing sound. Doors open fairly wide. Now you have excellent seals on the outside and the inside part of the door. You can see here there's a cat eye. If you remove this, you can twist to disable unlock, or there's a button on the front on the driver door. Now premium materials, all softly padded. Below is the hard plastic, big speaker. Another two here, Bauer & Wilkins. This is beautiful aluminum finish. You can see this one through. There's a lock button, all powered windows, nice big handles, wood, ambient lights, one color. Now you can put this like that in summer, or if you just want some privacy in the back, and decent pockets. Aluminum doorstep that illuminates at night. I'm gonna do like a night tour separate video. You can see here it's winter, so sorry it's a little bit dirty. Now you can press this one. You can see it knocks down the seat, so it's not in the way. And you can see now the massive space on the back. So I forgot to show you, there's a light on the tailgate, and there's an emergency triangle, but you can see it from this side. Now you can see the light, and there is, if you take this out, the emergency triangle. For this one, if you want to tilt or just knock down, push there, and you can see the rear seat here. So that's the back, that's the leg room. So it's obviously for shorter people or kids. So if you raise this, you need to add that one. It's a 90 degrees, but you can recline that by pulling again and just pushing it to the rear. Now here's the panel roof. You have the shade. You can have it closed when you lock the car in the infotainment. Now let me jump in. Okay, so plenty of feet room, good knee room. So I was sitting on the front, tall person, 2 meter tall, or 6.6 in feet, and you can see here little net. Now we have here AC vents, you have here heated seats, temperature and fan speed for the little touchscreen, 2 USB-Cs for fast charging. There's this step for the transmission tunnel. Now the downside of this one, although 7-seater, these are nicely profiled but a bit narrow, so you can squeeze a third person on the first row. You have here a cup, so on the armrest, this one can go up and down, and there's this, you just pull, so you can add this as a child seat in the middle, or just press down, locks into position. Now let's hear the closing sound. Excellent closing sound. You have here air vents, you have adjustable seat belts. Now this is covered by Alcantara in black, same as this. So nice B-pillars. You can see here hooks, and you have here net. I think you have it on the back as well there, so that's that. Look at this, I never seen this. Even the top handles are covered with leather and they have stitching, another hook. So isn't that amazing? And here you have the touch lights. So amazing interior, amazing materials. Everything is nice and sturdy. There's no sounds on the car when you're driving, even on the cobblestone. And plenty of headroom. Again, 2 meter tall person, or 6.6 in feet. I'm touching when I hear the edge, but I'm fine. I can straighten up. You can also recline, so it's not an issue. Now here's the view of the front, and let's get to it. So Volvo has thought of everything, and I gotta say I really enjoy this car. It's a full experience for the buck. Now, good opening and closing. Front doors are slightly heavier as always, and see here again, so much attention to detail. Look at this aluminum finish. So lock, unlock, memory seats for both front seats, as you can see, that detail. You can adjust the side mirrors or manually fold them. All powered and automatic windows. You can disable the rear locks. And yeah, look at this. Even the inside is padded. Just a little bit of hard plastic at the very bottom. So all looking good. There's a Volvo aluminum doorstep that's also illuminated. You can see the automatic paddles. Now powered seats, back, forward, tilt. You can see the beautiful design of the seats. These are heated front and rear, ventilated on the front. So this one really smells nice. It feels like I'm looking at a real leather. If you push up this one, you have a screen pop up for massage option or adjusting the thigh support, which is big, but it's controllable through the screen. Now you can see the top. You can pop here the cargo from the driver position or the fuel cap. There's a little compartment for garage opener or tool payment, and steering in this one is manual. Now let's jump inside. Here we have the trip reset button. On the other one, it's the rear wiper. So let me just close the door. Good closing sound. Now, yeah, let me switch to wide lens so to show you the beautiful interior. So I'm a tall person. I can see the hood like this. So this is my point of view, and there will be point of view driving video with no comments, with the empty battery, and night point of view driving review with consumption data and full battery. So zooming back in. Now, classical Volvo 3-spoke steering wheel, looking nice and classy, beautiful leather. The car has this nice new car smell. You can see classical Volvo badge, nice buttons. Yes, there's a piano black here. It's not that bad. You have here cruise, distance, speed, and you have display here for the digital cockpit. You have here for the volume and radio stations, also for the trip computer. And here are the light controls, keep them automatic. You have the automatic long beam, front and rear fogs. You also have wipers that are automatic. Now, materials are premium, leather, textile, Scandinavian design, very beautiful. Alcantara and the A-pillars and roofliner, and again, leather stitching all over the place. This is closed and open. You can adjust that as you want. You can see here the fuel range and the battery range, and there's a heads-up display. Amazing looking Baron Wilkins speaker there. I think there's 2 speakers here on the side. Really banging sound. I mean, amazing. I would say only Volvo and Tesla have this really amazing sound. And let's just pay attention to these details of the interior. Look at this. It's just gorgeous. I love it. It really also looks great at night. I'm going to show you that in a separate video. You can see here air vents on the side screen, and you have these classical shortcuts, hazards, front max blow, rear defrost, including the side mirrors, skip pages, pause or play, and volume. You can press here to open the glove compartment, which is very spacious. As you can see, there's a nice flint inside, slowly opening. There's a wireless charger. We have the crystal, Swedish crystal. For the gear selector, again, 8-speed automatic, park button, and you have D. And if you push back, again, you have B for recuperation. And it's one pedal driving. You can engage creep mode in the infotainment. Push to the side to start the engine. Electronic parking brake that engages automatically. Auto hold. And we have this nice wood. Below we have adjustable cups. You can maybe put your smartphone here as well. So all looking good. Again, leather. This is a bit stiff. You press here, you raise. There is this rubber mat, 12 outlet, USB C's. One is for fast charging, the other one's for media. Now you have this thigh support on both front seats as well, but just looking at the seats, of course you have the little Swedish flag here, and you at the back. So you can knock down that headrest if you want to see on the back better. Now you have on the top emergency button. Maybe you can communicate with the Volvo support, not really sure here. This one you can disable the lights, or you can turn all the lights on. So if you hold here, you can maybe disable the rear if you have kids playing with those, or you can individually turn these on by just touching. There are here speakers. You can better hear your calls. You have here a light. These are matching. It's like a warm light, documents holder, and a beauty mirror. Now let's see if this extends. It's not fully covered, and nope. That's one detail that's maybe missing, but otherwise this is all great. Mirror is nice and baseless, auto dimming. You can see if you knock down the rear, you can see much better behind. It is a big vehicle to park, but you have excellent 360 cameras. They do get a little bit dirty if it's a schmutz outside, so you should clean the cameras occasionally. Plenty of headroom for a 2-meter tall person. Let's start the car. So brake, turn to the side. Car is technically on. There were some blind spots. Lights here, test lights on. Okay, before I jump into this one, I want to actually show you this one. It is just simple and beautiful graphics. Now you can see if you are, for example, if I push it to drive, D, you can press back again towards yourself to go to B, so recuperation. It does drive one pedal both in D and B, but in D it's just coasting a lot, which is also very efficient when you're driving on petrol. But in B you can recuperate, especially if you're going downhill, and in that way you charge the battery back a little bit. So if I go to reverse, just to show the cameras, here we have excellent resolution. If you tap here, you can see 360. You can see the sides here. You can change those, and you can see the front. So great resolution. Press speed to park. Now once again, the screen, beautiful graphics, but it is only maps, or you can press here and have this minimal. So I think this is missing potential of customization. Now if you press this one here, you can see my fuel consumption. So this one was today, so I was driving EV. This one is from yesterday night. So I actually got this is combined today and yesterday, but I got it to 7 liters on empty battery, which is great. Otherwise it's like 8 to 10, even more if you're driving faster than the speed limits in most European countries, which is 130 kilometers per hour. But if you're driving in a hybrid mode, you can get it like 1 to 3 liters tops. Putting this in as well, this was the consumption from Zagreb to Zadar. I was driving 120 for the most part, and was in a rush. You can see the fuel consumption. I started with like a half battery, so you can see total. So it really depends on your driving style. There's a lot of power. Sounds great, so you're gonna enjoy this car a lot. Infotainment here, I'm gonna try to be quick. It's not too complicated. There are a few menus. You can see here Google Maps. It does have charging stations. Let's play some music here. So yeah, this is gonna easily blow your ears. Amazing sound. Here you have all the radio stations. You can choose your favorites. There are settings here. I'm just gonna quickly run through these. This is the home menu, by the way, so this little thing. And you have here shortcuts like the driving modes. Okay, this is the first time it froze. Wait, do I need to be in drive for the driving modes? Oh, I do. Okay. Hybrid power pure. So this is the sport mode. This is a hybrid. This is the fully electric off-road and all-wheel drive. Battery usage, you can automatically use it in the hybrid mode. You can hold the charge if you're going uphill and you're planning you need more power, or you can charge it with a petrol. You can engage the creep. Steering soft and firm. Air suspension control for easy entry and exit. So that's that. There's a camera shortcut, Google Assistant. You have here Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Now you can press here for the AC controls. You have the classical controls. You have here the rear. You can turn off the climate or have it automatic. Air quality. And you can clean the pollutions. So Zagreb is pretty bad in the winter when it comes to PM2 particles. Here you have all these settings, and you can have here shortcuts for the heated steering wheel, ventilated and heated seats. Now there should be a ventilation if I'm not mistaken. If you press here, you can see here ventilation. And if you pull the little lever on the side, here's the massage options. So you have here options, and you have the bolsters you can control with the side wheel. These are the apps. You have all of these, so I'm not going to connect Apple CarPlay right now, but here you have car settings that are down here as well. You can control the brightness, lane keeping, creep, also another shortcut, headrest fold. So that's for the these ones. Now for the very rear, reduce alarm. You have pets, settings and status. So this is all good. Tire pressure and diagnostics. Here you have privacy settings, software updates, Google and all the other stuff. I'm not going to go through each. Here you have connections, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. You can have profiles. So if it's a family car or a company car. Driving, you can see here all the setup that I already read. There are additional options, but you can have here sound for the speed limit. You can turn off for overspeeding sound for some reason, and you cannot adjust the heads-up display, which is right there. So I can't see it, I'm too tall. So these are the few things that are illogical, but otherwise everything else is great. You have here sound, tone equalizer, so you can play with that. Volume for the apps, and here you can have different type of sounds: studio, driver, front, rear, all. So infotainment is great, I would say. I wish the bezel was maybe smaller, but besides the heads-up control and lack of customization for the digital cockpit, everything else is great. I would say it works really nicely. So that's that. This one has a dark mode, and this one is always on the dark mode. So there's a little room for improvements, but otherwise an amazing SUV. Pedestrian warning system is very subtle. It is not obnoxious, and that is that. Actually, wait, I'm gonna start the car again. So just to show you here, when I charged up the car, the range was maximum 56 in my case. This one, I reset it at trip computer, but it was 500 when I got the car. I got a little bit low, and then when I was doing my point of view driving day, it got up. I spent the fuel again, but with my consumption test, I guess I lowered the consumption, and then trip computer estimated 640 kilometers of range, so it is very efficient. And you're gonna see my night point of view review. It is very fun to drive. The petrol sounds amazing. And it's not just projected through the speakers, it is actually, it sounds good on the front. On the rear, the exhaust is, of course, not as loud. I'm gonna pop the front. So I didn't show you that in Zurich when I was making a review. So I'm making it up here. So let me just see here. You push this one to the right, and then voila, wow. That is huge, and that opens so tall. It's almost vertical. completely. So let me just come back here so you can see that. And here's the big 2.0, again 4-cylinder, producing 310 horsepower, and electric motor. Actually, this is not electric motor, it's a high voltage your onboard charger, if I'm not mistaken. The rear electric motor is on the rear axle, producing again 145 horsepower, combined system horsepower 455. But it seems like there's another, maybe a heat pump or something. I'm not an engineer, but yeah, here's the oil. I don't see a coolant in this case. Might be somewhere behind these plastics, like over there. Yeah, it's over there. But for the user, washer fluid is right here. One thing I want to emphasize for the very end, the washer nozzle is actually on the wipers. Has this like multiple small nozzles, and it washes the, oh, I have to reach for that. Oh, there we go. So closes perfectly. It washes the front and rear perfectly, even when there's a lot of schmutz. That was the new Volvo XC90 facelift, 2nd generation. Thank you for watching. You know what to do. Like, share, comment below, and I'm gonna do a road trip with this one to add into the night review the consumption data. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the night tour as well, and check out the Pony driving reviews. See you in the next one. Bye.